All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the talk show live. Of course, my name is Simi Kenya, and as usual, you know, this is the best show with all the news from Lake Victoria and beyond. So if you're watching, make sure you share with your friends, share with everyone, because we are about to go big and bigger as usual. So today I have a new guest in studio, one of amazing people in the political arena, of course, one of the victims and people who are coming from the great Kasipul constituency, and we are going to have an amazing conversation with him. So before we go to that other side of the show, make sure you share with your friends, share with everyone, because this is the moment to sit back, relax, and enjoy the conversation. Bill Clinton.
Yes, sir.
Karibu.
Asante sana.
Idi nade?
Adi makare. Yeah.
Ndalo mang'eny.
Wadach.
Di jonya.
Antiere. Diche mang'eny koringen nyakwa wingni. Yeah. But so far Nyasaye oseritowa.
Yes.
Aneno ka wadach.
First of all, you lost your MP.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate.
Yes.
I think that was by the end of last month.
Yes.
At around, according to the reports, it was about 7:30 or thereabout. Yeah, it was gunned down along Ngong Road. So we are still mourning.
Yes.
Yeah, we are still in a mourning state as a constituency. Yeah, so far we thank God because things have been moving well.
Yeah.
But because we lost a prominent leader, we send our condolences to the family.
Yeah.
And even to the great people of Kasipul. Yeah.
And talking about the great people of Kasipul, one of the key leaders in Kasipul is Mheshimiwa Aroko.
Yeah.
Philip.
Yeah, sure.
Whom you happen to be his personal assistant.
Yeah.
The Good Life community.
Good Life.
Yeah. Why are you guys being suspected?
You know, people reason differently.
Yes.
Yeah, Kenyans are very proactive people. They can do investigations more than even the DCI. It is perceived so.
Yes.
So we leave it with the legal team, the team of the DCI to do the investigations, to bring the perpetrators to book. We need to know who did such, because it is not okay.
Yes.
However, there's a lot going on, and everybody has opinion, as is or our own opinions.
Yes.
Yeah, for me, I would say it was not a good thing. Yeah, because even me, I had personal issues with the area MP.
Yes.
Yeah, but I would not wish that it goes that direction.
Yeah.
We were prepared. Mheshimiwa Philip Aroko, who is my boss, was fully prepared to face him in 2027. And that was the aim. All the days of our lives, we were impacting lives in the constituency, gearing towards 2027.
Yes.
This is what we began way back in 2023. So we've been in the field for over 3 years, 2 years plus.
Yes.
Yeah, and it came as a shock to us. To your surprise, they were even accusing my boss to have been playing a role in such things. So sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we mourn with the family, we mourn with the people of Kasipul. But again, in contrary, to some people it's like a relief. Yeah, to some people it's like a relief, especially those who are touched negatively by the slain MP.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you see, when this happened, we saw a lot of mixed reactions.
Yeah.
Some people were not actually saddened by the demise. Some people were kind of celebrating, while another group were mourning. Where are you? Do you belong among the two?
Basically, as a constituency, we are mourning the loss of our MP.
Yes.
You know, people are not perfect in nature.
Yes.
We might find that somebody loves Simi, somebody hates Simi, and somebody might love you hata kama umemsaidia ama kama hujamsaidia, because how you conduct yourself, the lives you impact, and how you live your life. So people emulate and say, I would want to be like Simi. And then they start that person who sees the bad side. Yeah, they will be like, I don't want to be like Simi. So basically in the constituency, many were feeling a burden of the area MP, especially in his second term.
Yes.
We have people being maimed, we have people being tortured, we even have deaths in the constituency, which are being pushed towards the area MP, like he's the orchestrator.
Why would people think it's him? Yet we have so many politicians and people.
But you see, in the constituency politics, it was a two-horse race. Basically, it was my boss Philip Aroko and the MP Charles Ong'Ondo who were the leading contenders. Now, when
that was in 2022 or this time,
the race ahead 2027.
Yes.
Yeah, we began the journey immediately after the elections. We wanted to keep the MP busy to deliver on the mandates. You know, when you are put in check, then you have to pull up your socks. Yeah, so we didn't want to just sit there and relax
and wait for 2026.
Yeah, because there's a lot of fund embezzlement happening in the CDF and so forth. People are being given bursary only if you worship the sitting MP. So we wanted to change the narrative. We wanted the politics which is civilized. Whereas whether you support Honorable Aroko or you don't support him, if he's the sitting MP, he serves everybody equally. So we lost some few people in the constituency through cold blood. A time like this last year, we were about to bury someone by the name Evans Okoda, a very energetic youth.
The security
the security of Philip Aroko. And this comes 2 weeks after the area MP gave a warning to the gentleman.
Directly?
It's there in the public domain. The clip is there. You know, internet never lies. So we just thought that it's just a mere joke. So there were some wrangles, and you know, security is there to protect the boss. And alikuwa anapeana onyo kwa mjumbe kwa Okoda. Ukijaribu ajaribu hiyo tena, you know. So we just thought that these are political statements. In 2 weeks' time, the guy was found dead at his, by his doorstep. His hands chopped off, his face fractured, and then even the chest. There was a lot of damage. Like somebody could have used a panga or something. Unfortunately, the security system was pocketed. The whole police division was pocketed by the area MP, and you would report. There are many OBs written there. Nothing is being taken. So. In many times when a leader is dead, by whichever means, either by old age, disease, or any attack, whatever way, people always come to mourn. But this one of our MP it sparkled reactions the entire country, and it was a mixed reaction of people celebrating, some mourning at the same time. And I think that is sending a very strong message to our leaders and upcoming leaders on how to lead or coexist with the people you lead, or rather the subjects.
And you see, when we lost Mjumbe, it came out there that Mjumbe was not a good man, Mjumbe was a bad man, some were saying he's a good man, and it kind of defined the politics of Kasipul constituency in a way that is different from what people have known all along. You as a resident of Kasipul constituency and a personal assistant who works with the main opponent of the slain MP, how can you describe the politics of Kasipul?
First of all, let me shock you. The member of parliament, Charles Ong'Ondo, is my brother. Yeah, many do not know.
You are related?
He's my elder brother. We come from the same sub-clan. We come from the same sub-location. Like, I pass his home while going to our home. It's not a distance. And you know, one good thing with Mheshimiwa Aroko is the guy has no barriers. He has no enemies. Leo mtusi, kesho anakuja kukusaidia. I witnessed somebody, there was a woman who was criticizing Aroko, ati, Aroko, you're still young, wait, Mheshimiwa Wera malize ndi ukuje. Kesho, the woman didn't have a home. After 1 week, there was a vehicle headed to the mama's home with iron sheets, 30 iron sheets, the nails. Alikuwa naenda kujengewa because the house was not okay. So we just wanted to demonstrate to the woman that in as much as you might not support Aroko, could you just listen to his policies, or rather the blueprint, because the person you support is not doing anything positive to impact your lives, other than the handouts of 100 shillings or 50 shillings. So when you hear people brand Honorable Philip Aroko that good life, it means well for everybody. When you meet him, it's a small heaven down here. So he has done a lot. But now sticking to your question
Yes.
of the politics of our constituency, it has been...
Because it has always been branded as the politics of hooliganism. In fact, I come from Homa Bay County.
Yeah.
Kasipul is my neighboring constituency.
Yeah.
In fact, our home is almost the last home in Karachuonyo. Then your home starts.
Yeah, we are neighbors.
Yes. So you people have always been branded as siasa za Kasipul ni za mapanga na mangumi na marungu. Is it so?
No, that's not the case. That's not the case.
But we've seen it since time immemorial when we were growing up.
It is something orchestrated by leaders. The people are very peaceful. Kasipul constituents have, and one funny thing is that Kasipul, or Yugis to be particular, is a cosmopolitan area. So we have people from Nyakach, people from Kisii, Homa Bay, Suba. So so when people come together from divergent subgroups, you get to understand that the reasoning and mentality differs. So people compare and contrast. You know, this is how we do it, this other side. You people do it this way. Now people come to share the ideas, and then something come out of the blues. Basically, this politics of hooliganism began in, if you are keen, very keen, it's something of after the promulgation of the Kenyan Constitution, 2010. Before then, tell me who died, or which member of parliament killed a constituent, or which member of parliament beat or made one disappear or something. It has never happened.
So it started in 2013 election.
Yeah, it is just that the politics of Kasipul is always hot. Yeah, because that is the Kasipul is the litmus test for Homa Bay County.
What do you mean?
So if you want to test, if you want to test that, like those guys vying for governor, women rep, if you don't have the backing of Kasipul, just know you are going home. Yeah, there's no in between. In as much as Ndewa and Karachuonyo have a bigger population, but they get influence from Kasipul. They ask Jomumbo wachango. Iwinjo ka piny mumbo kanya ngadhi mbele. Malokono wacho nade. So it's like people study from Wire, are the rain coming or not? So it's like a signal being given. But from time immemorial, from Onyanga Yodo, 1963, we've been having leaders serving for 1 or 2 terms. Mwingine anaingia 1 or 2, depending on how you perform. But the politics of hooliganism and these blackmails, butchering and maiming began in 2013. How did this come about? That is the question. And how can we bring this to an end? You know, my brother, he comes from a very small clan, the Kachien. That is my clan. It's a very small clan. And basically in Kasipul, it is the smallest. It could be the smallest. So people used to look down upon this Kachien. And you know, there's a history of Kasipul, there's history of Karachuonyo and Kabondo. We are greater Karachuonyo. So only if time allows us, but I want to stick to what you asked.
No, just bring it on.
So you know, Kachien gave birth to Chien. This guy called Chien, and is ancestral
of your great-grandfather.
The great-grandfather. So this clan became marginalized because the clans of Konyango, Kowidi, Kokala, and the rest, there were many people. You know, they gave birth in large numbers, and so people were many in those clans. But in Kachien, it became a small island. So it was believed that there is nobody who would ever come or rise from Kachien to lead the constituency. From 1963, nobody ever even attempted to contest for parliamentary seat. So for you to be outstanding, you had to come out boldly and strongly, and away from being bold and strong, you must have some other tactics. So the old man brought the tactics, which is not okay. We are not advocating for that.
The tactics people are talking about.
So he said, you know, I want to bring this name in limelight. It really meant well. It really meant well when he came. But
in
now
2013. He first died in 2013.
He first died in 2013. And it was loved.
So much.
People called him Pendra. Or if you like, they call him Modno. Because kipudo Modno ngikati yudo kochako lag gikacha. You will never onge kamedhi time campaign mikoso ni mangi winjo ni wereno kochope. And in 2013 he was the first member of parliament in the entire Homa Bay County to campaign on a chopper. He had his aeroplane. He wanted to tell people that Kachien is a place. And we were proud of that as the bona fides of Kachien. And you know, as they said, that taking out an incumbent, especially in the first term, it's very hectic because this person has networks, he has finances, and he has touched many institutions. So even if he's not loved, basically the people who, kuna venye anajua panya roots. So 2013, Mheshimiwa Yugi Magwanga aka, in fact, you know, Were was announced to be the winner of the ticket.
At the nomination?
At the nomination, yeah. Because, you know, at Luo Nyanza or any other place, there is the predominant party.
Yes.
So Luo Nyanza, Kasipul to be particular, it is predominantly held by ODM.
Yes.
So when he was announced to have taken the party, he took to his chopper straight to Nairobi to pick the ticket because the ticket is in Nairobi.
Yes.
So you announced here and you take the chopper, go pick your
ticket.
He took chopper and in less than 50 minutes, the guy was in Nairobi. And he was given a ticket.
Yes.
Unfortunately, it was not the right ticket.
It was a photocopy.
Alifanyiwa ile kitu. So when he came home, he began celebrating because
So he went and picked the ticket and came back home the same day.
Yeah, brought it home. And Magwanga also took his car, hit the road running 6 hours to Nairobi to pick the real ticket. So this is where the problem started. When Nani was announced, Were was announced, he went, picked the ticket, came back.
Magwanga also went for his ticket.
By then, ODM was having its offices in Kilimani, remember?
Yes.
Yeah, so Magwanga picked the ticket, and then Were anapigiwa simu, oh, we are sorry, you picked the wrong ticket.
The wrong ticket?
So for you to come back for the right ticket, Magwanga is approaching home to celebrate. So that is how the politics has always been heated.
So that is where now these wrangles and
push and
wars
pull.
started.
That is where it came from.
So it means this war actually was brought by ODM, not even the individuals.
Because if ODM was, I can't castigate ODM, but it was the ODM to settle the score back then. It's something that they were even in a position to redeem later. Because in 2015, Magwanga confirmed that he was not running for member of parliament, and he was going for he was going for that seat. And Makiu, he was contesting with the Cyprian Awiti. The Raboloidotech. So when he confirmed that he was leaving that seat and is going for governor, then Pindra saw an opportunity. And he said, I'm coming back home. Now it is ours to take. He came home, he persuaded people, because when he lost to Magwanga, he didn't throw words, he didn't hail abuses, he left for Meru. And he came back later, and he was also helping the constituent. So people voted him overwhelmingly in 2017. And he won with a big margin. Okay? So from 2017 to 2022, there were push kidogo, pull and push, but we can say the problems were not so many. People have challenges. The problems were not so many. So from 2022 to date, we had a lot of problems and a lot of complaints.
After the last election?
Because the guy bought the ticket. You know, now he was like an institution. He was going for his second term, and he was behaving like Magwanga in 2013, being brave. But now he is aliongeza hooliganism, which is not okay. Magwanga was very polished. He would persuade people, and he would even visit people without security. Up to date, that guy, Magwanga can visit in you will not know that is the deputy governor. He was a down-to-earth person. So that's why many people still love him to date, and I feel is a big odd in county politics. And anyone should never underrate him. Because if you underrate him, sometimes you might cry. Is somebody who has touched many lives. Something that Honorable Philip Aroko was also trying to do to the people of Kasipul. Aroko has helped many people even beyond Kasipul. So let me just finalize on that bit. The reality is, Mheshimiwa Were, who is my brother, really hurt so many. You know, people really fear speaking about the truth. We have a daughter, we have a child of Kasipul called Dotia Pondi. The lady went missing because in 2009, the lady lost her job when she was around 30-something. And she lost her job. When she came home, then Mheshimiwa Were was a businessman in Meru. So he requested she went and requested the support of Mheshimiwa Were, being a business person.
By then he had no any political intention.
Could be he had, but he didn't speak it.
At that time.
He didn't speak it. 209, he didn't speak about it.
Yeah.
So anytime he comes home, people see relief.
Yeah,
hey, mkubwa, nini, and then money meant something, you know. Yeah, to date. But by then, even in the smallest currency.
Oh, no, chako yuko jam na chon.
The guy had money. He began building his financial muscles a little bit early. And you know, he's somebody who was approaching 60. So it was some good time after he invested.
True.
Yeah. He was made to understand that he was even having some mirror business in Meru. And some few rentals. So when this lady went to seek for job, he promised the lady a job. The lady left for Meru. There was a constant communication between the family and the lady for the first 6 months. This is 209. After 6 months, we don't know the whereabouts of the lady. The lady didn't come home. The MP didn't talk about the lady. And so forth. So there was a big problem between the family and the MP.
Up to now, the
to
lady
date,
has not,
to date, the lady has never come home. So the family wanted to know. By the way, we buried the mother of the lady about last year. And the mother went down 6 feet crying to know where the baby was. So when they requested to know from the area MP, let me tell you, those who have authority, those who have power and money, sometimes fighting them is very difficult because it is a rigged system. So anytime the people, the family would ask about this, they would face threats. Unaonyeshewa gun, you talk, you go down. So people would be like, they write statements at the OB, nothing is done. To date, Dotia Pondi has never come home.
Na si umesema ni ndugu yako, kuna story tunasikia eti kwake ukienda kuna sauti zisizo za kawaida. Wewe ukiendanga kwake unasikiza ulikuwa
okay, actually from I helped him until 2022 and after 2022 I've never stepped into that hole. Mheshimiwa Were is somebody who is very funny. He's a funny guy. Sometimes he would be charming, sometimes he would be so horrific. So it depends on who meets him where. You know.
Na hizi sauti wewe uliwahi kuwa kwake ukasikia hizo sauti?
I can't.
Unasikia watu wakilialia usiku, sijui mpaka zikifanya nini.
So night never found me there. Night never found me there. I must say, maybe people might have heard, which is okay. People have their own opinion. I also hear of funny things being in his compound. You know, you can't tell. People are different. There's how people want to sustain wealth or sustain power. So if you are anchored in faith, you will be going to church, you will be attending these functions, you will be worshiping with people. But if you have some godfather somewhere, you also visit these people. That's how people sustain power. So maybe that was his way of sustaining power. I can't talk about it because I don't have tangible evidences. But the reality is, the area MP, he touched many lives. He also hurt many lives, which is not okay. My humble plea is to any leader out there still serving or with intentions to serve, always listen to your subjects. You will have divergent opinion even if you are voted 100%. Once you assume office, you know, human wants are insatiable. You can't satisfy everybody. Today Simi Kenya wants this, tomorrow Bill wants this, and you know, you can't steal to sustain these people because there's that part of integrity. But if you don't support this other person, he will either begin to criticize you or wait for you to help him or her later. Many leaders tend to forget those who helped them along the way. Me, for example, Were being my brother, after we helped him in 2022, he didn't pick my call for 4 months straight.
Is that why you stopped? You changed the tunes?
Let me ask you. With I would come home late to my family. I would sometimes even abscond going to my duties. Even my fiancé would be complaining. But I tell them and give them hope. We are trying to build a structure that can help sustain our living and even help the community. When I went to support Were, we had 3 memorandum of understanding. We wanted the road from Nambakarabok to Adiedo be part of the plan, which fortunately it began from Adiedo. We also talked about having electricity in our area. Can you imagine that the sub-location where the MP comes from, there's no 100% electricity. In fact, the chunk I mean, the number of people having electricity is not even 30%. You are on sublocation and you're serving a second term. So I used to tell him that there are certain things that can wait, but power means a lot. Because we have these innovation hubs, we have people running their businesses, people want to do online jobs. So bring electricity closer to people, then you can again drill one borehole or something like that. Then you can do some other things. Because charity begins from home. If you don't want to make these people comfortable, you will be ashamed when you welcome visitors at your home. They will be like, bro, you are the member of parliament. What's happening? So I was just advising the right way. He told me, let's first garner second term. Then it is my priority in the first year. He didn't do it even until by the time he was dying. He didn't sort the electricity in his sublocation.
None of the three.
None was done. No water, no electricity, no roads. So the question now, it now begs the question. Why do we still have to be together?
Ama si uko sure si eti mambo ya majani iliwakosanisha eti.
Bro, me I'm not a handout guy. I'm not a handout guy. Right now I'm supporting Mheshimiwa Philip Aroko. And I support Philip Aroko because the gentleman has a proper blueprint. And even the people he talks to, the people he engages, gives you a direction that we are safe, we are certain that future is luminous. Today when you meet Aroko, I wish that one day you invite him over here.
No, I will. With you here, we will have him in studio. Soon, actually, after all these issues, we'll invite him.
Mheshimiwa Philip Aroko has done 14 major things in a span of 2 years, where he has used a lot of money. And if somebody can sacrifice his own money in the to benefit the constituents, then what about if he's given public money and the space to mobilize the corporate space, government parastatals, and even agencies to help our people? He has drilled water over 1.5 million at Aworo Primary. Imagine this is where the area MP ought to have channeled the funds to help these people with water. He didn't do anything about that. Aroko came, drilled water, 1.5 million at Aworo Primary, functional to date. You can consult anyone from South Kasipul ward. He began another water project at Ong'Ondo B, that is around Sikri. There's also another water project he began at Sino Kagola, uko chini. So these are mega projects into millions. He's giving bursary to vulnerable children. He's given almost 2,500 students. You do the maths times 10,000. There are those who get up to 20, depending with the level of vulnerability. If you have a dad and a mom who can make some little sacrifices, he gives you 10 or 5 on the lower end. But when you meet a total orphan, he picks them to his foundation. We have a Aroko Foundation, and we are paying their school fee in full. This is something we do annually. So he has given money to the bus in form of bursary to the constituents, more than 10 million. This is in a span of 2 years. He has subjected his money to roads. There's the Dol Matieko Road from Dol Kodera, West Kasipul Ward, bordering Kisii, Dol Matieko Road, a very lengthy one. The road was in a bad state, and the people were crying to the area MP, but the area MP would say, but you don't love me. Why should I help you and you don't love me?
Those sides, that side is not his stronghold.
Aroko has taken the entire West Kasipul. Is rallying behind Mheshimiwa Philip Aroko. So he began fights with people. In fact, he even intimidated the MCA, Vikins Bondo. MCA was voted on an independent ticket. And he used to be our close associate. But he began to face intimidation from the MP. I'll talk to Mama, because the MP is a close associate to Gladys Wanga, the governor. So, I'll talk to Mama, there will be little development in your ward and all these other stories. So the guy chickened out, which is okay, because sustainability is key. So if you have to kneel to be sustained, it's okay. It depends with how people take things.
So he went back to their camp.
He went back to their camp, thinking that it was easy over there.
So what if Aroko gets the seat?
We will help everyone.
And then now he also stops doing this thing he has said, the way Ong'Ondo didn't do the 3 things that he promised you. Will you also chicken out?
Let me tell you one thing.
No, because there is a possibility. If your own brother did, how sure are you that is your
okay? It's okay. I'm not trying to support my boss. I'm speaking from an open angle of perspective. Those who are when you're wamesoma na yeye from Mobay High School to when you're wamekaa na yeye over 20 years. I've met his friends who have been with him over 20 years. When Aroko had money and when he didn't have money, they have told me that Aroko is one friend. Inye Jimilo Monechwe. chwe, I don't know how to call it. Is it a snail or what? I don't know. Ko muketi endi to ko wuogi. Mani Aroko. His friendship with his people is undetachable. In fact, even if you speak bad about me today or about his friend, he will listen and he doesn't pick it. Yeah, because he will always say, I don't want to involve myself in your disagreement. Today utamwambia kuna mtu alimtusi akamwambia hautachukua hiyo kiti, kesho yake ameenda kujengewa. And the woman was even, she was shedding tears being, I'm sorry, I didn't want. It's a different it's a different breed of, when you abuse him, he surprises you with goodies. So you in fact you will be the defender number one of Aroko. Yeah, because people always say that for you to get goodies, criticize Aroko. You will find him at your doorstep.
Tunaanza leo. Sisi tunaanza leo.
But again, the constituents have decided unanimously. It's a unanimous decision that they really want change.
So what if he change?
He can never change.
No, not that he can never.
Yeah.
I'm very sure even 2022 you are telling somebody Ong'Ondo cannot change.
I didn't say that.
No, I'm sure maybe.
There's no records. You can't be sure. Yeah, that is.
So what if?
Yeah. Okay.
Are you going to chicken out or how are you going to handle it?
My concern is not chickening out or anything.
Yes.
My concern is if he will serve the constituents, even if I don't benefit as Bill, I'm okay. I'm okay because he will serve the constituents regardless of where you come from. When he drills water, when he bring electricity closer to people, when he connects the roads, when there's proper security, even if I chicken out, I would be a proud man saying, I help from this government, and even if I don't benefit, because I don't want to benefit independently, people will begin to throw insults and even talk bad about me. Mnakula constituency. And Mheshimiwa Philip Aroko is one person who cannot be manipulated. Yeah, he's a very stern guy. He never takes this illegal whatever liquor and all that. The guy is sharp. Is not into this. So there's no single day you'll find him and sober once kusema ati wacha niende nipaje. No, he will dish you out black. So the reality is we need change. And the change they want is Honorable Aroko. I'm telling you for a fact that even if Aroko does not do campaign in the constituency, nobody can beat him right now. You are members of the fourth estate, carry out your research, conduct even a poll, whatever, in the constituency. Is the darling of the people because he's doing exactly what people want a member of parliament to do. He began doing it before he's a member of parliament. And he's having a deep connections with the government across the world. Yeah, the other day there was a meeting I was having with the president of Ghana. This is somebody who is not even in office and is talking to presidents.
Na anatoa pesa wapi? Watu wanasema anaosha pesa. Nyinyi kazi yenu ni kufanya nini? Ni kuuza kufuli. People are saying because where is he getting all that money yet he is not in any office?
No, he's a businessman.
Which business? Is it the full business people are saying?
No, those are political statements.
Bwana.
Honorable Aroko is running a legit business, and actually he has 3 companies. I know what he does.
Yes.
Without his consent, I'll just say them. Maybe he doesn't want, but me, I'll speak about it. He's running a shipyard company, a big one in Dubai.
Yes.
And those in the shipyard companies, they will tell you how much they plow. And he's not taking this money to benefit his family. He's channeling this money to the constituents. There's a lot that has been done through the money he gets through business. He's also into the gold business. He's doing legit business. Kama mtu analala
kifulu watu wanasema.
No, those are stories being brought by politicians, and because the constituents don't know how the business run, they will be like, oh, kifuli, because there's no business person who has complained that I was nimeletewa kifuli ama nini. No single day. Hakuna. They are successful businesses, but it needs somebody who is sharp upstairs. Aroko knows how to handle people from different angles. If he's meeting business associates, there's how you carry yourself. Is someone who is always ready to knock any office to help his people. And again, the most important thing is not about the business that somebody run. Is the mentality of a leader. When you are given office, can you run it properly?
Yeah.
And how can we be sure that you can run it properly? You must give an example that this is what I'm doing right now. When I'm given office, this is what I will do. So, Mheshimiwa Aroko, even without the office, things are running. And there's nobody in good life who you will ever hear is complaining. He knows how to take care of his people.
Why do you people call yourself the good life people?
But, you know, good life is when you have your daily needs taken care of and your close associates and family are okay.
Yeah.
Today, when you have the money you want and the connections you need, like for me, I'm furthering my studies.
Yes.
Okay? I want to have like 3 degrees and some few certificates.
Yeah.
I'm not going for a political office, but I just need them.
Yeah.
Because my mom didn't study well and dad, but they've always stood with us.
Yeah.
So I want to get the shame out. So I have to do a degree for my dad and one for my mom and one for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I began this, and many in the constituency who are doing, like right now there are almost 12 doing their degrees, courtesy of Honorable Aroko. There are some doing their diplomas, courtesy of Honorable Aroko. There are many in high school, courtesy of Honorable Aroko. So those who are benefiting directly, finances za masomo directly from Mheshimiwa Aroko, there are over 500 because the bigger chunk is in high school. Yeah, that one is directly.
So they are looking up to having a good life.
Because when you are learned, you can knock any office. You can do whatever you want. You know, you have to have we call them the skills to face the world. The world out there is cruel for those who are not learned. So it is not only connections, it is being learned. You understand the given field that you want to venture into. If it is an engineering profession, do you have the right skills? Then from there now you can begin looking for jobs. And these jobs comes when you have the right leaders in place. Today, when you want to go to Sweden or Netherlands, bro, if you're there, don't even book an hotel room. Just say, good life is here. No.
Are you sure?
I'm telling you, man.
Tunaenda. We are going.
I'm telling you.
And ODM wamesema, the ODM chairman in Kasipul is called Mr. Ndege.
Yes.
Has said that the seat, ile nafasi Ong'Ondo ameacha, the seat that Ong'Ondo left, must be given to either one of his wives or his son. Amalize mpaka 2027. Anybody who has a plan to be the member of parliament, apart from the Ong'Ondo's family, angoje 2027. Are you guys going to wait or you are going for the by-election?
Somebody once said that when you press the palm wine brewer, down he waters the wine. One thing I'm certain about is that Kasipul is not like any other constituency in the county. Those people are very sharp. You can't lie to them. That is why Honorable Were was having a tough time sustaining campaigns and doing development at the same time. Because Mheshimiwa Aroko came with a civilized way of doing politics. You enlighten the people. Civic education, that this is expected of a member of parliament, this is not expected of a member of parliament. This is the duty of MCA, this is the duty of a governor. So when people are enlightened, you can't lie to them. Tell me, if you want to give this, you know, they say mtoto wa nyoka ni nyoka. There's bad legacy left by Charles Ong'Ondo Were. There's maiming. There's a lot. People have died. Some don't have maskio, mapua because of this one man. So
it's true.
It's true. Somebody can challenge us in the court of law. Everything is, and luckily enough, many of those who have injuries are alive. And their OBs have been booked. So if you give this to the family, these people can even revenge for the loss of their dad. In fact, they can be more brutal than their dad. It's a mistake the Kasipul constituents can do.
Ana wakiwanyima ticket nyinyi alafu wapatie hao, you know, the background there, the backyard there is an ODM zone, and even the party leader can decide to go and campaign specifically to the person given the ticket. You know, so ticket ikipeanwa kwa mtoto wake ama kwa mabibi zake, and then you guys are denied ticket, how are you going to face it?
Article 1 of the constitution, power vests in the people. Ultimately, you run a campaign, you don't run, you erect billboards, you don't, you use poster, you brand t-shirts, whatever you do. At the end of it all, the constituents will decide. And who are the constituents? The Kasipul people. Where do they decide? At the ballot. Okay?
Yes.
So they know do we need good life or not? Let's weigh. You just compare and you see gani iko na uzito. It's simple.
Good life.
Constituents will go for good life. Who doesn't want good life? Yeah.
And you see, however much someone will be bad.
Yeah.
Kuna ile tu side yake mzuri pia.
Yeah.
What is that one good side of Sir Charles that you can talk about?
The good side of Sir Charles, as a brother,
yes,
I can say that when he meets the constituents, he would give them some handouts. And you know...
So that's...
But, okay, you know, I'm trying to trace the good side.
Yes.
But I'm finding my bearing at that point. You know...
These handouts.
These handouts, you know. The constituents, 100 shillings is not what they want. But it also means something to them.
Yes.
When you meet the people, put a smile on their faces. Yeah, mgeni akikuja mwenyeji anapona. So when they meet the MP, and the MP will be like, how many are you? Let me give you something. We call it omena.
Yeah.
So you know, back at home, our predominant food is omena.
Yeah.
So if somebody gives you 100 shillings to go and get omena, you'll be like, today I've taken care of supper or lunch.
I've not taken boga.
That one I will not castigate him.
He was good at that. Jamna.
Yeah, the handout bit, it's okay.
Yes.
Now the question is, what if you don't meet him for 2 months? What if even a year clocks, amujapatana?
Yeah.
Now, Honorable Aroko was trying to say, instead of me giving the 100 shillings, okay? Si unasema mtoto hatake una fee ya kumpeleka shule, leta mtoto nimfunze. 10,000 ya school fee ndio hii. Si yeye ni mtu wa day school analipa 15k. The whole year nimekulipia 10,000, tafuta 5. That is Aroko. Walimu wanamuita wanasema hapa shule mwalimu tuko na shida ya maji. So you people choose, do you want lunch ama niwaletee maji? Wakasema long term solution to pay maji.
Good life.
So that is how the name Good Life came about.
Yes.
Yeah, so not that Aroko doesn't give them the handouts. In fact, he's doing it double.
Yeah.
He give you, it's not even handout, appreciation.
Like, so yenu sasa siyo handout?
No.
Yenu ni appreciation.
Mheshimiwa Aroko is not giving you 100. What is 100 shillings? You know, the sitting MP, that is why there was a push and pull. Because you are sitting MP who has the resources, you give 100 shillings. You meet Aroko, he gives you 1,000 bob. And then people will be like...
Everybody. Kila mtu mwenye amekuja kwa mkutano. It
depends with what is in the pocket at that point. If he's having the 200 shillings or the 500 shillings he gives you. If you're a small people of 10 or 50 people, anawauliza mko ngapi, nani anatumiwa pesa? You get?
Yes.
Yeah, so... Basically, what I know is not about the handouts with Aroko. Yeah, Aroko is associated with so many good things in the constituency. He has empowered the border community. Yeah, he did an Arambe for them to a tune of 450,000. He took it to the border team. He did one in Oyugis town for the business community. He did one with the Matatu people in Oyugis. There was also the Arambe. He gave them about 90,000. He gave they are up to umbrellas. In watu boda kuna vitu zinaitwa umbrella. So there are about 4 main umbrellas in Oyugis. You can imagine if an aspirant is giving hundreds of thousands to these people. Why? So that if somebody wants to borrow money like 10 or 2,000, you come and borrow, bring it back with interest. Munajiinua. But you know, the area MP was coming with handouts. Porojo, alafu kitu kidogo. So, for Mheshimiwa Were was to sustain these people. For Mheshimiwa Aroko was to elevate these people. So, if you are somebody who is, maybe you want to do a business and you need 10,000 shillings, you could borrow from the sacco, ile Arambe Aroko amefanyia. Then you bring the money back. If it is 10,000 umetoa, unaweza rudisha na maybe 1,000 or 500. Ukirudisha hiyo, mtu mwingine akuja boro, ile pesa inajizalisha. That is the direction Mheshimiwa Aroko has always wanted the constituency to be. Yeah.
So this handout thing is the only good thing you can say about.
And again, I must not lie. Some renovations also happened in the constituency.
Kwa mashule ama nini?
He did renovation in schools. Yeah, the schools that Mheshimiwa Magwanga built.
Yes.
Mheshimiwa Were didn't build any school. He didn't bring any school from foundation for the 8 years he was in office.
Yes. He only renovated. And funnily enough, the money channeled for renovation was too high. Yeah. You know,
with us who understand figures, you can't tell me you are going to renovate 2 classrooms just to paint, and you pocket 4 million. It's not okay. Yeah, 4 million is enough to bring up 2 classrooms from foundation mpaka juu. Yeah, so to us it was a way of pocketing money. Yeah, and you see the constituents might not understand how the magnitude of a million or something. But because we know these things, we said we have to come to the defense of our people. Yeah, so when we came, when Mheshimiwa Aroko came to play, akaona huyu mtu huyu atanisumbua. That's why unapata some of his securities wanaondolewa. Wafuasi wake Sikuku, who is even a neighbor, sikio yake ilikatwa. Why are you supporting good life? Why are you supporting good life? Toa sikio. Mwingine hapo hawataki usikize good life. Ngine ya nitie wenye moroka miliwanga ni is it a wendo? Kikao lo kata kuikete ite okobinjo kanyo wetene yuak. Mane gimane weredwa ni mondo kikiji winji good life. Skoro Sikuku toa. Mwingine pia security wake wakamngoa mapua.
Aroko.
Very graphic, I can show you them. And these people are still in the let me tell you.
This guy is just in the constituency there without a nose.
Visit Kasipul. He is there.
Yes.
In fact, a lot has happened in the constituency. So we are not happy that he died. We can't be happy about somebody's death. But it has brought relief to many. It has brought relief to many.
Relief is happy, is good life. So you so out of 10 unaweza patia the late ngapi?
Out of 10 rating
for the 8 years he was the MP.
Let me give him 3
out of 10.
Yeah, out of 10. Yeah, because I can compare so many constituency. Hapa Kiaru unapata mtu anaweka hadi barabara. Sasa
kama nyinyi ndio mnapatia Ong'Ondo 3, sisi tupatie yule wetu ngapi? Unajua wetu?
Mheshimiwa Adipo Kuome.
Mimi sijataja jina.
So, you know the expectations. You know, there's no way we are going to, you know, kwa barabara, kuna watumizi wengi. There's that person on a Range Rover. There's that person on a Probox. There's somebody on a bicycle. And then there's a pedestrian. Okay? We are all headed to town. Let's say we are all in Sondu. And we are coming to Ugis. Mtu wa mguu anaweza tembea kilometers, anaweza tembea for like hours to be in Ugis. Mtu wa Probox atachukua mtu wa bicycle atachukua dakika kidogo, but mtu wa gari atamtangulia. And again, with speed comes expense. Mtu wa gari ataweka fuel. Kasipul siasa yake imefika hiyo ya Range Rover. There's no way you are going to tell mtu wa Kasipul that nyinyi watu wa Range Rover nikiwapata niwapea 100 shillings. Hawatachukua. No, those guys.
So hata zaidi mkiletewa bibi ya Ong'Ondo ama kijana yake, mko sure na yeye anaenda nyumbani?
You will go listen to the people. They say mtoto wa nyoka ni nyoka. We respect the dead. We really appreciate that he served us as a member of parliament. They can't do a mistake.
But you sympathize and move on.
They sympathize and move on. So the people of the constituency, I mean the people of Kasipul, they know very well what they want.
And
what they want is good life. They want good life.
So
if somebody can carry the umbrella of good life, even Mheshimiwa Aroko will step down because he doesn't want money. Aroko is not looking for money. You know, there are people who are going there to get money, to do business. Aroko is not for that. In fact, you'll be surprised that even people who are close to Aroko cannot even be part of the CDF and all that. Because he doesn't want people and its cronies to be benefiting, and no. It's for the entire constituency. And you know, one thing I told you at the beginning, you can't manipulate that guy. I've been with him for years and months. You can't manipulate him. If you want something, say Mheshimiwa Aroko, my challenge is this and that. Don't go there blackmailing people. You will not get what you want. He wants people who are straight and upright. That is why he said we are changing the politics from thuggery to civilized politics. We don't want politics of goons or of hooliganism, ferrying goons to go and beat somebody and hurt some other people.
But alisema mama anafanya hiyo siasa ya thuggery na goons. Is it true?
Those who are doing that are employees of the county government and who are being paid by the governor of Homa Bay County.
So they are paid as goons or
they were taken as law and enforcement officers. You know, so these people, they take advantage of their position and then they execute dirty deals. And now, instead of governor calling them out, governor is coming to their defense.
See, maybe those people are breaking the law.
Which law?
The people who are being enforced.
Now somebody who wants a good life, unamkata sikio. Hiyo ni law gani amebreak?
Maybe the method they are using to get the good life.
Yeah, so...
And you see, the governor was very angry the other time.
Yeah.
How did you guys take it?
Angry with who?
Like she was saying that, you know, the politics is going to change after that. Those who are planning to come with other parties.
I'm happy that the governor is recognizing that the politics has to change. She is acknowledging that it has been politics of hooliganism and thuggery. You know, the politics we want to do right now, we will not worship people. We are going to do politics that is civilized. That people will exchange ideas, people will differ on ideologies, but you don't touch somebody physically. That is not proper, because you will be stopping a life, and this person maybe kuna wenye wana depend kwake. Unaona? So if governor amekubali we are changing politics, that is what Aroko is saying, and it will not change from hooliganism to worse. It must change from hooliganism to civilized politics. And you know, one funny thing, and I think governor is aware that when Aroko says something, he does it. Yeah. And nobody stands in his way. Yeah, no one. He will do it. And we will change it to the better of our people.
And as we almost come to the end, there is a video of you holding in the video.
No, that was my brother. Yeah.
The video you call him your brother. So that is your brother. So there is a video. You are in a car. You are holding your brother, and you are in tears. And your brother is in blood. And you are saying that the late MP is the one who made sure that the brother was beaten like that, and now you are kind of rushing him to the hospital or something. At a personal level, did you have such ordeals? Wewe kama Bill na familia yako ama na watu wenu, na yeye kama mheshimiwa, and what might have led to that?
Now first, as I told you, we are brothers.
Yes.
We come from the same locality. Now there's a perception that when you come from the same locality, you have to support your own. Okay?
Yes.
Now I decided to change that narrative. I said to myself that I will support someone who will help our people. Because you can't be our own and you don't help our people. So when I met with Mheshimiwa Aroko, I first asked him, are you going to support our people? And how can you justify that you will support our people? He told me, wait, time will tell. Now since then, tumejuana na Mheshimiwa Aroko to date, there are 6 people who are fully sponsored from Kachien and Aroko Foundation. Tell me, if I didn't enter Good Life, who would have pulled the 6 people?
Who would have given them good life?
Who would have given them good life? So that was number 1. Number 2, in our own locality, in our community, kuna mama amejengewa nyumba. You know it's costly to build a house. Yeah, it's not 2K or 20K. Ametumia pesa yake kibinafsi kujengea huyu mama nyumba.
Good life.
Good life. That is, I'm talking about our locality. And these are the things which are triggering the MP. Because you either do it, or if you don't do it, Good Life is coming to do it for you. And it would be shame that you can't do it to your people. And there's a clan in our community called Nyajuaya. Nyajuaya clan is a big clan, a very respectable group with over 1,200 registered people. We have about 11 sub-clans. Now I come from this group. I had engaged this team in the right way. Okay? And when I told Mheshimiwa Aroko that, you know, we need electricity in our area. I know your powers and the people you know. Don't wait for election. Bring the electricity in our area and carry all the votes, because the area MP is not doing this. It sent me, go to Kenya Power, go to Oyugis. By then I was talking to him when he was out of the country. We were talking on WhatsApp. He told me, go to Oyugis, go to Kenya Power. He sent me a number of somebody there. I won't mention the name. Engage him and tell him what you need. Then we'll advise you on the right way to go. From there we can pick it on. I went there. The Kenya Power people came, wakahesabu polls inatakikana hiyo area. They gave us a number. So when we got the quotation, kuna venye tuli apply online. So after that, the MP got wind that Mheshimiwa Aroko is
bringing
electricity courtesy of Good Life. Because so when you got wind of this,
yes,
and you see these MPs have powers.
Yes,
that one is something I can't deny.
Yeah.
So when he got wind of what was happening, I didn't know that he had wind, and we didn't tell anybody. But when those people saw Kenya Power coming, kusema hapa ni ngapi, kunipea records, villagers wakaona. But they know that me, I'm always a go-getter. They said, with these people here and Bill is here, stima inakuja. Wakaanza kushangilia. Okay? Na wengine wanaambia, oh, tutaletewa, ulikataa kutuletea, so you get these things. MP got wind, na badala atuambie ama tuongeleshe ama fanya anything, alienda kakata na juu. Okay? Akasema, we will do the last mile enrollment at the appropriate time. So watu wa Kenya Power tukirudi tukawauliza, give us the budget, because Mheshimiwa was ready to he needed to know how much money is it needed to ensure that we can expedite on the issue. The last mile, he's doing this at his backyard, the opponent's backyard. Okay, so it tells you that he's not just running for this thing to get seat or compete against Kachieng. No, he wants everybody to feel
to have good life.
To have good life.
Yes.
So when he began this, MP akaleta hizo nini, nikaambia Aroko, because it was some few millions of money and he was willing to pocket that money, pay au watu stima ikuje. Nikaambia Mheshimiwa Aroko, don't worry. You've demonstrated that you want to do it. And you are willing to devote your time and resources to do it. Let us assume the office first. Okay? Let us assume the office. Come engage our people. When he came, the people said they want, which we explained the bit of electricity. And now they said, now we need water. Okay? Now you can drill us water as we wait for the electricity and some other things. Mheshimiwa sent me, mimi, akaniambia, Bill, tafuta kuna mtu mwingine hapo rafiki yake. Tafuta yeye. Nikamtafuta, nikamwambia, uko wapi? Niko Kisumu. Mwesha amenituma kwako. He came the very day because of the rapport they've been having. Boss anampeanga tenders mingi. Go check. Kulikuwa na majili chimbo hapo na former MP Honorable Yugi Bagwanga, but the electricity wasn't the power wasn't installed, the solar panels and all that, and haikukuwa na hiyo inaitwa aje pump, hiyo ya kupump maji. So tukauliza communities, should we begin afresh or should we tuendeleze hii? Wakasema whichever works. So we brought huyo mtu wa maji afanye utafiti ajue, is this water which was drilled, is it viable? Is it okay? Ama si sawa. We did that when MP got wind. Yani everything Aroko was trying to do in Kachieng, the MP was sabotaging.
So hiyo pia ilizama.
No, but I sat our MCA down. Now, because Mimi, I will always fight for our community. Anywhere I go, I want our community to come first. Because the day I was being attacked, when I'll get back to your question, it is the villagers who came to my rescue. If I was not having a proper rapport with them, I would be dead by now. So I always want my community to smile. That is my pride. Good life.
Yes.
In fact, wamama, when they see me, wengine hata wamesahau jina yangu.
They call you Good Life.
Good Life. So, and when Mheshimiwa comes visiting, Honorable Aroko, when he comes home visiting, and people get wind that is coming, I'm telling you, the mood of the village has changed. Because everybody want to associate with him. He make fun of you, he take photos, he listen to your problems, the ones he can solve instantly, angoji, then he promises what he can deliver. Yenye hizi fanya anakwambia, hold on, we'll look for you or talk about it at the appropriate time. That's why the constituents love him. He's trying to keep up to his promises. Politicians, they love woodwinking people, lying and all that. It would be a very difficult task even for us who are surrounded to even help him campaign. So that day when you saw the clip, it was on 6th of mwezi wa 4, okay? It was on 6th. And Mheshimiwa Ong'Ondo
just last month.
Last month. It's exactly a month and some few days. About a month and 3 days. We were burying my grandfather back at home. And so it was on 6th, and we were burying my grandfather. Now, before 5th of the previous day, the body left Agoro to home, and we had a night vigil. So I felt an ease on the on the day we were having the night vigil.
On 5th.
On 5th. And, you know, when something is about to happen wrongly, you can feel. So I felt my body was not okay. And I was like, I don't know what is about to happen. This place has no proper power. We are surviving on generator. Fuel in Aisha. Something shitty. I mean, something bad.
Your instincts were...
My instincts were not okay. They were telling me things are not okay. So I decided to leave that place.
Your own home?
In the night. Yeah. And this is, you know, this is around, this is past midnight.
Yes.
Kumbe, there were people who were trailing me on a pro box.
Yes.
Who were sent to eliminate me. When I came to realize later, when I was now digging into the matter, there were people who were told that now Bill is home, he's not having security, he's alone. I think it is time to bring him down. Now, it begs the question, why? And who is to benefit? Okay? So, let's leave that aside. I left home and rushed to Oyugis.
That same night?
On a motorbike, after navigating some 1, 2, 3 places. Vichochoro, you know, anaelewa nyumbani.
Yes.
Sasa nikasema, hao watu wakitupata, enyewe walijiami. But again, God, if you're doing good, God will always protect you. So on reaching town, I got assistant at a friend's place. And in the morning, I had a briefing with the boss because my boss traveled that early morning. He was coming particularly to that burial.
Yes. Because so he was traveling that on the morning of 6th.
On the morning of 6th.
Afike kitu saa 6 hapo.
Afike mapema akuje burial.
Yes.
Luckily enough, he did flight ya asubuhi and wakamchukua Kisumu by saa 2. He was only saa 2:30, almost saa 3. He was already home. So I went to brief him on the progress. And after that, I left for home. He told me, let me rush to West Kasipul nisalimia what. You know, he loves
And you told him about the last night's
I didn't because he would have given me security to take me there. And I don't want to always meet my people with security. They will begin to fear me. And you know, when fear comes, it's now not good life. Good life.
It's not good life.
In good life, you have to be free. You have to relax, you know. So I went home and did some preparations. The program began at around 10:30. Approaching around Sanane, now it was almost coming to an end. And now, as usual, we have the clergy and then we have the politicians and then the clergy. So the family talked, we talked as grandchildren, and then we finished. Now, before the clergy could take over, the area member of parliament, Mheshimiwa Ong'Ondo arrived. So he arrived, and to me, it was usual. I was like, and again, I forgot one thing. He's one person who attends burial.
Actually,
that is the truth.
Even in his Facebook, he always...
he always attends burial. That is something that I would say the constituents would appreciate. He might not attend all of them, but he would try to attend majority. So that one, I can't lie. In as much as we are in different political camps, I've known him to always mourn with the people. That is something he used to do. So
when he came in, it was normal.
It was normal. And in fact, he was even crying that we were also mourning with people. Because you see, he would send 3,000 to a funeral, and Mheshimiwa Aroko would send 10K or 7K. So he would even tell those people to send Aroko back the money. Because you find that, like the latest one where Okwanyo was hurt in West Kasipul, that funeral was one of his supporters. When Aroko sent 10,000, they wanted the money to be brought back. Can you imagine? Money that is helping the bereaved family. You want it to be brought back because it's from the opponent. Whereas, instead of now sending the 10,000, you send 3K. It's harm. It's not okay. So
when he came in, was Aroko there?
When he came in, Aroko wasn't there. Because my boss told me he's going to West Kasipul to meet the constituents, and then he will come to my place a little bit later. So when I told him that you can now come, I dropped him a message that politics is about to happen. Now you should make your way to talk to people. So his phone was off. Okay? I couldn't get him. And immediately I sent him a message. The area MP arrived. He arrived with goons. He arrived with more than 30 people carrying machetes and daggers, you know. Not openly, but they hide them in the court. Unajua kuna venye mtu anashika ni unashangaa mtu kuna venye hapa ni chungu ama nini. Ng'ato temo mondo samoro kigimorore kare mana beti gipel ni magipando. So when I saw them, they were familiar faces. And I said to myself, I've never crossed lanes with these people. I've never abused the area member of parliament. And in any case, I was one who was lying low to him. I knew a lot of his weaknesses, but I didn't come openly. Neither did I feed any of our team members that now hit him on this. It was clean politics, civilized. You differ on ideologies. Ukienda West, unapelekea watu pesa ya 100 shillings ya omena, tunaenda tunaundia barabara. So they weigh. That's how the stories were coming about. So when he came, we went to the house, said a prayer, came to the tent, and the clergy respects leaders. They requested if MP was going somewhere, and he said, no, I'm here. Ong'Ondo is my grandfather. Ong'Ondo is my person. I came to mourn. So I sat now in the opposite tent because I didn't want to sit next to him. His people are not, many of them are not civilized. When they see you close to Jatelo, they think you want to harm him or do nonsense. And so to avoid this push and pull, you keep off. So I sat in the opposite tent, and then one of the members of that polling station, David Onyony, took the microphone, talked, and welcomed the MCA. And you know, once the MCA is talking, it will go to the MP. Na hiyo story inaisha. So when he invited the MCA, Mheshimiwa Bobo Bondo said a word, and then invited the aspirant, MCA aspirant who was there, alikuwa anaitwa Mheshimiwa Wycliffe Otieno. He's popularly known as the Bird. So invited the bird akamkwaruza kidogo. Hii kiti yako nachukua. It's just politics. There was nothing bad. So the MCA, before he would hand over the microphone, he decided to rebuttal. He told him, you know, there's so nasty things. I don't want to talk about them. So the aspirant felt like this was too personal. So he felt provoked, and he marched towards the MCA. To me, I thought maybe he wanted to pick the mic, or he wanted to stage him, like a fight or something. I know how politics behave, so on seeing that, I stayed alert. Now, what surprised me, you know, when people are fighting, or when people intend to fight, you always run to separate the two, okay? So that they don't fight. The security of Mheshimiwa Were, who ran to separate the two, did not even amount to 5. There were around 3-4 people. They rushed to separate these people. And the remaining security, those goons, they all charged towards me where I was sitting. Like they saw an opportunity to strike. Okay? When the constituents are glued towards what was happening, they want to strike me here without the public noticing. Okay? So when I noticed this, I took my phone, left my seat, and decided to leave. Somebody swept me, I sprang onto the floor, and then they descended on me with beatings. They really beat me. Before the villagers, the mourners and the villagers would realize, it was kind of too late, because I was already in the ground. My phone is the other side. These people they're kicking my head, beating me. So I'm just about to vomit blood, you know. I really felt so bad. And on my feet, I asked one of the security, do you want to kill me at my grandfather's funeral? That was my question to them. He pulled back. Okay? He pulled back because he knows me. I also knows him. But we didn't say anything. I just asked him, do you want to kill me at my grandfather's funeral? So he pulled back. On pulling back, those who were away, the security, they ran towards me now, pangas. So when somebody was about to strike, my bro jumped in. Alikuja na there was a loth, I don't know how to call it, a stick, a bigger one. So he hit the panga. The guy who aliweka panga hivi akahit panga ikarudi huko. So people, the security were kind of scared. Who could this be? Could it be the security of bail or what? Because nobody in the funeral would stage these people.
Those who know them.
Those who know them. Nobody comes close to them. But because my bro, aliona blood is thicker than water. He decided to say, he said to himself that if Bill has to die, let me die with him. So he came here, and by the time wale watu wanarudi nyuma, I got time, my bro held my hand and I stood up. And I was very weak. Remember, I was in the night vigil, the previous day tunafanya preparations. I was very exhausted. So when I rose to my foot, bro whispered to me that these people have pangas and daggers. Anajua hizi vitu za security, he knows how these people behave. So kumbe aliona wamezificha. So akaniambia you run. And I asked, bro, where am I running to? Because I know once I leave this scene, going to a place where there are no people, they can easily kill me as compared to when I stand here.
Yeah.
So when bro told me to run, my aunt also told me, toka hapa, wanataka kukuua.
Yeah.
So people were crying, my mom is crawling on the floor, people are asking, why do you want to kill Bill? He's just mourning his grandfather. What is it? They're asking the MP, and the MP, funnily enough, the MP is seated and not saying anything. He didn't pick the microphone to tell his people, stop this at this funeral. Neither did he condemn this.
Yeah.
He didn't even say sorry to my family. So I decided to run. Because when I see these people removing their daggers, I now know it's death. So I decided to run. I said to myself, let them kill me near home, because my grandfather's home is like 200 meters away.
From your home.
So I said, let me run towards home. If they have to kill me, let them kill me at my own at my mom's compound, and instead of this funeral. Yeah. So I jumped through the fence, began running, and my bro my dad and the villagers decided to contain them. Like when they want to chase me, wanainua zile vitu. So you can't come, because if you come, they will hit you. They were just trying to threaten them. And after some times, I'd gone over 100 meters plus. So it was a good race, because I couldn't, for them to catch up with me, I would be home. Okay? So on reaching home, I pick my phone and text my boss. My life is threatened. MP came here with goons. Please reach my mom, because my phone was about to shut. It was just 2%. So Mheshimiwa has my mom's number. So his phone was off. By the time namtumia message, it wasn't delivered. So I said, akifungua simu atapata. On reaching home, my aunt calls me immediately and tells me, leave home, those people are following you. So I decided to run towards Oyombe. There's a center called Oyombe. So nikifika huko, nimefika kwa barabara main road. Now I'm trying to locate a bike so that I would move away further. I can't run anymore. I'm tired and I'm vomiting blood. It's crazy, you know. So before I would spot a bike, my bro, there's a bicycle, motorcycle coming, carrying my bro, bleeding. They already hit his head. They cut his head. They cut his shoulder. It's this side. They cut his shoulder like twice. They cut the palm of his hand, you know, like now he's bleeding all over. So walimfungia some rags ndio isitoe damu sana. Yeah, so I really felt bad. And my bro
so
said,
they are coming and you are beside the road.
Yeah, they were going through Adiedo, because barabara ya kwenda Yugis wale security wameziba. So they are trying to locate an hospital along Adiedo route. So my bro told me something that made me cry. That bro jogyo nega ni kechin. So it was so painful to me. And I found myself crying because of that. So I told him it will be okay. I located another bike. We began the journey to Omboga. On reaching Omboga, fuel ikaisha kwa pikipiki zote. So by this time he's bleeding, and it's on a Sunday. There's no hospital functioning in Omboga, and fuel pay measure. So we want to go to Adiedo. Luckily enough, a good Samaritan shows up with a motorbike, and we say, please, could you take us to Adiedo? We have a patient and is in a critical condition. Wali accept. Can you imagine that when walitutoa nyumbani mpaka hapa, they didn't request any penny. That is how empathetic they were. They when we were like, how much can you pay? No. Fikisheni bro, or see. So we appreciated and we left for Adiedo. On reaching Adiedo, there's an hostel that we went to. I don't want to mention the name, but to the extent that my bro was injured, they could not do anything. It was like a small pharmacy or something. They couldn't do anything. So tunafika hapa, tukigurumisha hizi pikipiki ndio tukimbie Tamari on your way to Homa Bay. Hizi pikipiki zimeisha fuel tena. Because it's quite a distance. Then I tell a friend of mine who is a brother, Fred, nikamwambia enda ite mtu wa taxi pale. Mwambia kuja tusaidie tupeleke mgonjwa wa hosi. Simu yangu imeenda off, but tutamlipa mbeleni. Akafika akamuita mtu wa gari akakuja. Mtu wa gari akamweka, tukatoka tukienda. Another 3 kilometers, fuel imeisha kwa gari. So that is when I saw death. Yeah, at that point I saw that my bro was living, because how could it be that kwa pikipiki fuel inaisha twice, kwa gari pia fuel inaisha, and this is when we need these machines the most, you know. So I took another phone hapo kwa gari, nikaanza kurecord. When the car fuel ilikuwa imeisha but haikuwa imeisha kabisa. So tulikuwa kwa ridi kwa mteremko. So ninaomba hii fuel itufikishe kwa center hiyo ya Kadel, tujaze na tuende. So that is when I took a phone and recorded what was happening. And I shunned what the MP was trying to do. And I said what we were fighting for is better roads, better healthcare, better schools, proper security and all that. And that why was it even necessary for them to stage a fight at my grandfather's funeral? Why couldn't they wait? If they had to do such bad things, they would even do it away from my parents. Because my parents were all there, my relatives, maternal and paternal, they were all there. So to me it was a bad shame. Okay, and the MP didn't say sorry. He didn't apologize to my family.
Even when he stood to talk.
Even later,
he didn't even apologize.
He didn't even talk because the people heckled him.
So meaning this was planned.
It was
according to you.
To me, it was planned. It was planned.
And
because
why would you be a target?
You know, my boss knows my capacity and people around him.
Yes.
Me away from being a personal assistant, I also help him with managing some dockets. I don't meet people and don't fail to talk about good life. I will talk about good life whether you are in the constituency or out. So long as you vote in Kasipul, I must engage you who Aroko is, his policies, and the blueprint. I will give you his blueprint. So anytime I would meet people and they say, good life is here. So when the MP get wind of this and is worried, this gentleman, how did he manage to climb ranks and now is somebody who can say things people can listen to, is in a position to mobilize the support of the MP, of the boss to bring support like electricity into millions, and he's been worried. So I think he saw me as a threat.
Influence.
Yeah, he saw me as a threat, which is okay, but how do you contain threats or influence from other people?
Yes.
Because if you plan to hurt these people, it's not the best thing. Yeah, it's not something. In fact, I really castigated him. Yeah, and I still stand by that what he did and what he saw, failing to condemn, even through a writing in his page, through a writing, through phone call or anything, was not okay. He didn't do anything.
He didn't do anything. So when you go to the hospital, did bro get help?
Yeah, he got help at Tamari.
Yes.
They did the dressing, walimshona kila mahali, wakamfanyia first aid 1 2 3, wakampea dawa. So they told us one thing. If bro is not given blood, if there's no blood transfusion done to him, in 2 hours he will be gone. So when they told me this, I felt so bad. So boss had got wind of where I was. By this time, alishafungua simu, and he called the number and he was told where we were. So on arriving, the first information we gave him, get us an ambulance. So they made a phone call and ambulance came in less than 15 minutes from Kindu. There was ambulance at Tamari, which we took immediately to Homa Bay Hospital, Homa Bay referral. Hapo ndio aliongezewa dawa, and alifika tu huko hivi, alivomit vibaya sana. So the doctor told us that he is safe. Once amevomit hivyo, he is safe. So they gave him, walimwekea damu, wakamwongeza maji, and we were with him there for, in fact, mimi nililala na yeye OC. When our family told me, you are badly hurt, go home, relax. After nimehudumiwa, nililala na bro OC. Because how would I go home knowing very well that the person who has saved me is in the hospital? So I decided to stick there. So the video was just talking of how bad the constituency was. And many lives which are lost, many people who are maimed, those who have lost their relatives, there are people who are not even staying in the constituency because of this one man. And
they are members of that constituency.
They are now going to come back. That's why I told you that we are not celebrating about his death. We are really sorry that we lost him. And we really pray that those who did such heinous act be brought to book. But the reality is, this death is also a relief to some people. That is what people are saying all over, at the ground and even on social media. So I really mourn his demise, but it went when I was still bitter with him. I was not a happy man, and to date, my bro is not fully recovered. So me, I forgive him. I want him to rest in peace, and wherever he is, he should know that his younger brother has forgiven him, because I dropped him a message the following day. And if you allow me, I can read it.
Yeah, no
I
problem.
dropped him a message on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
This on 7th. Now when I woke up.
Yeah, that on Monday now.
On Monday. It was a WhatsApp message.
Yes.
I dropped him a WhatsApp message, and it was on 7th April.
Yes.
The message reads, "Good morning, Honorable MP.
Yeah.
It has been a while since we talked, and I hardly engage you on any matter. However, I'm compelled to speak out following the disturbing incident at yesterday's funeral. Why would you show up to a burial accompanied by goons wielding machetes and daggers? Is that how you lead? By instilling fear in the very people you claim to serve? Your presence brought tension, not comfort. It led to bloodshed, simply because I don't support you politically. That is not leadership. It is intimidation, and it won't work. Let me be clear, Aroko will be the MP in 2027 through the ballot, not threats. Yeah. You may think you know Bill, but times have changed. Instead of condoling, you came to provoke. Shame on you. Now, a word of caution. You are treading dangerous grounds, and the people are watching closely." That one I sent him, and the same day, it was also online.
Yes.
I sent him saa moja, saa mbili akakuja. Akanidropia hii.
He
forwarded this. Now, there's somebody in social media called Fiona Nash. He's using a Facebook account. Now, this Fiona Nash used to expose the rotten things or the evils that the MP was doing. And he perceived that I was the person behind the account. So I asked him when he sent me this, do you have a proof that I'm the one running that account? Why would I fuck up and do such unpleasant clamations? You have known me for the longest time, and my boldness does not allow me to hide on pseudo account. Now, I sent it twice. When I sent this, so I had to delete one. So you people are defaming me for no apparent reason. When you can unleash your machineries to find out this person, you really disappointed me. Again, he forwarded this. Another one. I think maybe forward them concurrently, but ilifika late. Then I told him how to identify the person behind a pseudo account, because me, I've done criminology, and I understand these things of how security things move around. Yeah, I might not be an expert as that much, but there are some little things I've garnered in school, and I decided to use my little knowledge to educate the MP. Report to authority, DCI and the Cybercrime Unit. In Kenya, the Cybercrime Unit under the DCI handle cases of online harassment, defamation, and identity concealment. File a report and provide all evidence. Okay? Yes. Number 2, use court orders. Through a lawyer, seek a court order compelling social media platforms like Facebook or Twitter to reveal the identity or the IP address linked to the pseudo account. This works best if defamation is serious or criminal. Number 3, work with cyber security expert. Private cyber investigators can use digital forensic tools to track digital footprints, IP addresses, writing styles, analysis, location data, etc. to help identify the person. And lastly, monitor patterns. Many fake accounts have patterns, posting time, language styles, connection with other accounts. Observing this can give clues about who is behind the account. Mwesh, I cannot do for you this job. Put your journalist and data analyst at work. That's what I told him. So he didn't reply. Kidogo kidogo nikasikia ameenda kufile. Sasa vitu nilimwambia ndio ameanza kufuatilia. Because you know me, I'm supporting a different person. But because you are claiming that it is me and you want to kill me when I'm not the person, now at least I decided to educate him a little bit on the procedure. Which, to my understanding, he decided to follow that legal way. So in conclusion, what the MP did was not a good thing. My mom was in a coma for many hours. Okay? So I really said to myself, and in my rating, I told him that Aroko will be MP in 2027. Because his timely death came as a rude shock even to us. We didn't anticipate his death. And because that happened, there are rumors about many people he was having wrangles with. But we are sure the investigators will do investigations and find the people behind this. There are many people who have been arrested so far.
Yeah, including your boss.
Including my boss. You see, they have to question him because he's worthy opponent. Yeah, one thing I've known Mheshimiwa Aroko is that guy, he doesn't entertain blood. Yeah. Hata tukienda na our security, aone hata umepush constituent TV, atisongea Mwesh, wewe hiyo siku aurudi tena. I asked Mwesh, but he was, no, why are you protecting me from the people I want to lead? That is Aroko. He will always want to interact with the people. He doesn't want many security to cover him and do all these other things. No. Yeah, so when you see even people supporting Aroko from outside Kasipul, they know that he's a kind-hearted man. Yeah, and we know, because if Aroko did something wrong, they didn't bring him to court yesterday. Why? They didn't even, they didn't bring a charge sheet or anything.
He was not even booked.
He was not even booked.
The lawyers,
even the lawyer himself was looking for him. Because Mheshimiwa Aroko, by the time the DCI was putting that thing on media, we were with him in the same car, 2 of us. Yeah, he was taking me to the house. And I'm telling Mwesh, because I'm always online. My data is online 24/7. And I asked Mheshimiwa, bosi, umeona hii kitu kweli? Akaniuliza nini? Akaona picha yake, hiyo ni fake account ya ama real? That's what he asked me first. I told him, this is the real account. 1.9 million followers. This is the real account. So, you know what it read? Let me read it for you. It shocked him, you know. When we saw that, that nini from DCI, this is what it read. That was like, how many days ago?
2.
Yeah. So it read, they did the post around saa moja usiku na kitu. So it read, wanted for murder. The Directorate of Criminal Investigations request Philip Nation Aroko to surrender immediately to the nearest police station. He's a person of interest in the ongoing investigation into the brutal murder of Honorable Charles Ong'Ondo. Compliance with this request is mandatory. We are appealing to anyone with the information regarding his whereabouts to contact the nearest police station or use our toll-free numbers. Now, I asked boss, is your phone on? Simu yake iko on. Have they called you? No. Now, you know, such a businessman, his number cannot fail to be with big people. Yeah. Even on request, he would get Mheshimiwa Aroko's number. Now, when they tell him that he should report to the nearest police station immediately, that is a person of interest. They didn't say he's a suspect or something. So I told Bosi, what do you think? Tunaenda na wewe. Akanambia, no, wewe enda tu kwa nyumba niende. And you know, me, I don't want boss to be alone. Yeah. He's an all-round person. He knows how to, my boss does everything. Yeah, he can prepare you a good meal. He can drive you to where you want. He can teach you. He's always an all-round person. That's why watu wanapenda kuassociate na yeye. So he went to Gigiri police station because he did a post immediately. Akamwambia, let me tell our people that I'm reporting because they say they want me and I don't know what is happening. And now hiyo kitu ilinishtua, wanted for murder. I took a deep breath and I'm like, hey, Mwesh, this is serious. Mbona watu waja kutafuta? Mbona wanasema you are wanted and people know where you stay. People know your number. People know people close to you.
So you went to Gigiri that same night?
It didn't take 30 minutes. In fact, he posted on Facebook that as a law-abiding citizen, I will comply with the DCI directive and I will report to the nearest police station. That was his statement. Yeah, he did that actually on his Facebook account. And then he told me, take this phone, weka kwa charge, niende. He didn't even wait to get comments or what people are saying or something. He left. And he called the lawyer. Where are you? I don't know what the lawyer told him, and the lawyer met him. Within no time, they were at Gigiri police station. So it tells you how law-abiding he is. He doesn't run away or go into hiding or close his phone. In fact, on reaching, they even gave them his phone. He gave them. Mheshimiwa Aroko gave the DCI and the team the phone.
And how did you, when he got the news of Ong'Ondo's death, were you with him?
No, when the news came, actually I was home. I was at home. So when the news came, that evening there was blackout and my phone was not on. Okay? So when I put my phone on charge, nikarudi saa 4 nikapata ijao nini, nikasema let me go sleep, nitarauka ni. But that day it rained. There was no power. So waking up in the morning, the first call I get, kufungua simu, napata I tried to call you ziko mingi nikasema nini mbaya, because constituents doesn't behave this way. So before 1 minute boss akanipigia. Kambia bana upatikani. Nikamuuliza, is there something wrong Mwesh? I'm sorry, I slept, because usually we always talk in the evening. He's having a busy day. I told him I slept and my phone was also off, that's why you couldn't get me. Akaniambia, there's something which is not okay. I'm seeing a news trending. Yeah, it happened yesterday night. Our MP was gunned down. And I was like, what are you saying? So I began, it took me, it didn't lather well with me.
Yeah.
I really felt surprised. How could that happen?
Yeah.
So when we were talking on the phone, many calls were coming in. Now people realized that my phone was on. Nikamuuliza, how did it happen? Akanambia, can you check? There's a post I even I put on Facebook. It is all over social media.
Yeah.
This is saa moja asubuhi. So nikamwambia Mwesh, hey, this is so bad, let me check. So after checking all social media, then I confirmed, because I heard of a noise back at his own place. People were crying. So I said, it is true, the MP was gunned down.
Yeah.
Now it begs the question, who did this? Why? And who was to benefit? Okay? Yeah. So nikaambia bosi, wacha investigators wafanye nini? Wafanye kazi.
Yeah.
But as a leader and as
How do you think he felt about that?
He talked to me, he was very shocked. He was not happy. He told me that thing didn't even make him sleep. Because, you know, is one person we've always promised that we are facing in the ballot 2027. Yeah. And it was always a two-horse race. That was the discussion in the constituency. Yeah. That people choose between Pendra and good life. So every day, people would be like, Aroko atakushinda mapema. Oh, where anaenda that term. The discussion was about Aroko, where. Yeah. But even amidst all these discussions, programs were coming up. The area MP was planning to roll up the CDF. Mheshimiwa Aroko was also planning to give the two bursaries, because MP could not give everybody. So we were checking, wangapi wawajapata, pia tuwainue. Beside the people we fully sponsor under the foundation.
He was very shocked.
He was very shocked.
And the MP was always on record saying his life was in danger. Yeah. Why do you think so? A leader who is leading a people, a community. Yeah. What do you think was off?
He always said that his life was in danger. Yeah. But to me, I don't know why he would say so, because maybe he might have felt, you know, as a leader, they also get intelligence. Yeah. Maybe through their ground people, ama penye wanatembea, they get a report about somebody trailing you, somebody hunting you or something. Yeah. Yeah, but I'm made to understand that he made statements. He made a lot of statements in the police station. Yeah. So the statements he made should guide the police and the investigative authorities to the person he felt who was after his life. Yeah. Okay? Yes. Because even if you don't know this person, you might have known this one or two people is after you. Yeah. So I think we leave it to the investigation authority. Wafanye kazi yao, tuweze kujua. But even Mheshimiwa Aroko even sent condolence messages to the family. Yeah, it didn't come to terms with his death. And many people were surprised. Yeah. Wow. So because he's a worthy opponent, people would say this, that. Kuna wengine walishikwa, tena wakamwambia Mheshimiwa ajisurrender. So tunangoja. Hopefully should be in court today. Yeah, but I had to honor this because of the brotherhood that we have.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, so
and I really appreciate.
Yeah.
And we wish you guys all the best. Next time when Mheshimiwa is out of all these suckers, we will plan and also invite him for a conversation so that he can also tell us what he has, the kind of good life he has for the Kasipul people. Yeah. And of course, if he is going to participate in the next election, or by-elections, and what he has for the people.
For the people of Kasipul.
Yeah. So I really appreciate actually for your time as well. Yeah. And we wish you guys all the best and also a quick recovery to your bro, so that at least he can also come back to his normal life and do his things, and then also enjoy the good life. Yeah. Yes. Asante sana.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate. And one last word as we wind up.
My last word is to the people. First is to my family. Yes. And I want to thank them so much for standing with me. Ogaga's family has been a steadfast family. Yeah. And mom, dad, bros and sisters, wherever they are, me, I salute them. And secondly is to the people of Kasipul. This is a testing time. It is a testing time, and when things are tricky, people will come up with stories to try and divert the people's thoughts. So don't be swayed. Yes. Stay tuned. Don't lose focus. In the upcoming by-election, in as much as we're still mourning the member of parliament, we'll hold on our horses But the discussion about bettering Kasipul should not stop. We all know what Mheshimiwa Philip Aroko has been doing and his intention to better the lives of our people. So we don't close this to other opponents. People can come and contest. It is democratic right for everyone to contest. But I beseech the constituents to weigh and contrast on anyone who will be coming for the seat against good life.
Yeah.
So if you see that good life weighs it all, you pick good life. We better the constituency because we need roads to be tarmacked. We need water to be accessible to many. We need education to be made easier and simpler. We need classrooms constructed. We don't need thuggery and more killings. We need peace in the constituency. Yeah, we need business to boom. We need KMTC to be expanded. We need the Kosele Stadium to be made to a proper stadium. We need our women to be empowered. A lot has to be done, but it needs somebody who will not depend on CDF to do this. We need someone who has proper network with the corporate space, one who knows the government and who can engage the parastatals to bring relevant services like electricity closer to people. Yeah. So we wish you well, and we will be updating you on the ongoings about Mheshimiwa Philip Aroko, and our deepest condolences from Team Philip Aroko still goes to the family of our departed member of parliament. We wish him a good night.
Yes.
Yeah, we wish him a good night, and let us not speculate much.
Yeah.
Everybody has a good and a bad side.
Yeah.
Now that he is resting, let us allow him rest in peace.
Yes.
And we accord the family the best.
Yeah.
But we will not do a mistake of replacing mtoto wa nyoka na nyoka. Yeah, so thank you so much for the host and for your time.
Yes.
We don't take it lightly.
I really appreciate
We're looking forward to working in partnership with your team now and even into the future.
Asante sana.
Pleasure.
Thank you so much and have a blessed day.
Thank you.
And to all our team, production team, director Daya, producer Makola, and everybody who has been watching, may God bless you. Until next time, bye-bye. My name is Simi Kenya.